It's an immensely demanding process doing crowdfunding, and you really, really do need to prepare. And you need to prepare for 3 key phases in crowdfunding: before the campaign, during the campaign, and after the campaign. You'll have to do different activities in each, and each one will be demanding in a different way, but you need to be prepared for it. And most campaigns are lost before they've actually started. Crowdfunding's a lot about momentum. It's about building some sense of anticipation and making the campaign an exciting thing to be seen, to be involved with. So get off to a good start. Make sure that people are aware that you're coming. Make sure that your first communication doesn't go out when you launch the campaign. Build ahead of steam, and if you can, try and get 20 to 30% of your funding committed before you start, so that when you start you have a sudden jump in your funding. That builds confidence for people. It builds confidence because they see that this has got a chance of succeeding. People like to back a winner, but it also demonstrates that you actually have some support for what you're doing already. So get off to a good start, and if you can get that rump of funding before you go and get that in the first 5 days of your campaign, statistically your chances of success are much higher. Now, a publishing plan is a plan that tells you what you're going to say, who you're going to say it to, how you're going to reach them, and when you're going to do it. So that's a range of content that's already lined up, designed for specific communication channels to target the 3 key audiences that you're going to have in your crowdfunding campaign. And they are your friends and followers, so these are people that have some kind of awareness of you already, have some kind of connection with you already. They are the communicators, so press, and these types of people that will get the message out quite widely to a wider crowd. And most importantly, influencers, people that carry weight in the sector that your crowdfunding campaign is aimed at. Have different types of information, different types of communications, and different types of content that speaks to each of those audiences, and plan it in advance. Because believe me, a 30-day run-up to a campaign, a 30-day campaign is 60 days of solid communications, and if you haven't got a plan, you'll come unstuck. It's very, very easy, if you're passionate about something and completely consumed by this project, to think that everybody else sees it exactly the same way that you do, or at least that they've got all of the other incidental information that you've got that shapes your vision for this. It's very, very easy to start to become completely subjective, but you must be objective. So test your messaging. Do A and B campaigns. Walk around the street and doorstep people and ask them the question about your campaign, and if they get it, try it outside of the people that you work with every day, because if you don't do that, you'll never be able to validate whether your message is going to be understandable and clear, and if it's not, your campaign won't work. My 5th and final top tip for crowdfunding is cost your campaign. It's so easy to come up with a total which just reflects what it is you're going to actually be costing for your project. But the campaign itself costs money. It costs money to put it together, it costs money to produce rewards, it costs money to post rewards. So properly cost your campaign, factor in all of the things that you need to consider in terms of the cost of delivering the campaign and delivering the project that you're funding for. And don't forget things like the cost of your campaign's platform. Typically that's 5 to 10% of what you actually raise in your total. Factor it all in, otherwise you run the risk of getting to the end of a successful project and discovering you haven't got enough money to do what you set out to do.